So here we have a problem calculating the gravitational force between the sun and the earth. So this is the mass of the sun, this is the mass of the earth, and this is the distance between them. So this is pretty straightforward. We just have to plug it into our equation and then solve for that. I say straightforward, but not everybody agrees with me on that one. So what I'm going to do here is first I notice it says 150 million kilometers. Since my units need to be in meters for this to work, I need to convert that to kilometers. So 150 million, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 150 million kilometers. To change it to meters, we multiply by 1,000, so I'm just going to add 3 zeros. Now, that's ridiculous, so we're going to put that in scientific notation. 1.5 times 10 to the, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. 3 to the 11th meters. That's my radius. Okay? So when I set that all up, I'm going to have force of gravity is equal to 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11th. And I'm just, for the sake of space, I'm not writing my units right now, times mass of my sun, 1.99 times 10 to the 30th kilograms. Again, I'm out of room, so multiply by the mass of the earth, 5.972, oh, I'm out of room, times 10 to the 24th, that's a 4, pretend that looks good, divided by 1.5 times 10 to the 11th meters squared. I know, I added units. I'm not being consistent. That's okay. All right, on your calculator, get it to focus, what you want to do is you can just plug these numbers in like so. You do something like 6.67 EE, right here, the two capital E's, that means times 10 to the something power. So you do EE, and as you can see, it shows 2 zeros there. Ooh, if it focuses. I'm going to do negative 11. Okay, notice I use negative 11. Don't use subtraction because that totally confuses the calculator. So times negative to the negative 11th power. So I multiply that by 1.99 EE30, which means times 10 to the 30th power. Now this is only a shorthand on the calculator. You'll want to make sure you actually write down times 10 to the something power on paper. All right, then I multiply that by the mass of the earth, 5.972. And then I do EE24, which means times 10 to the 24th, and that gives me a really big number. So far, my numerator is 7.9268 blah 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 times 10 to the 44th power divided by whatever my radius is squared. So I have that clear. So I do 1.5 EE 11, which means 1.5 times 10 to the 11th power. That will focus. Okay, and then the squared button's here, so I just hit squared, and it gives me this. So 2.25 times 10 to the 22nd power. You can see it just says 2.25 and then a little 22, which means times 10 to the 22nd power. That's what that shorthand means on this calculator. So then I just divide these, 7.9268 EE44, EE means times 10 to the 44th power, divided by 2.25 EE22, and that gives me this number. Force of gravity is equal to 3.5, let's see, how many significant digits do I have? Look at the problem. Well, this is 150. We didn't have a decimal point here, so we have two significant digits. So that means 3.52. So that'll round down to 3.5 times 10 to the 22nd, and it's force, so that's going to be in newtons, and that's the force of gravity between the sun and the earth. It's pretty strong. Pretty high number. That's good, because that's what keeps us from flying off into space. So, happy day.